So first of all, what is bottom-up design in Windchill? So bottom-up design means when you start off with a CAD structure, so it could be a CAD structure in Creo or SolidWorks, CATIA, Inventor, and then you use that to generate your Windchill part structure, your WT part structure, if you will, or your Windchill BOM. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at an example of bottom-up design today using Creo. So I have here an assembly of a bike fork, mountain bike fork. I've already created it in Windchill as new objects in my workspace, and then what we're going to go ahead and do is check that in and create the WT parts, and then edit the WT BOM independently of the CAD. Okay, so if you're not familiar with working with Windchill, we can go ahead and have a look in the workspace here, and we can see here are all of the objects in the workspace, and those are the same objects that are in my Creo session. So I can check in those objects from either place, directly from inside Creo or from inside the workspace. So if we go ahead and do it today from inside Creo, I'm going to do it on the right click menu on the top of the assembly, check in, and for demonstration purposes I'm going to do a custom check-in today. So that will bring me to the check-in screen. It's going to show me here what's going to be checked in. I go ahead to the next button, and then this is the important bit where the WT part is created. This button, auto associate parts to CAD documents. That's what's going to create our WT parts at the end of the check-in. So we just go ahead and hit finish. And we can see down here that our check-in has succeeded, and now we see in our workspace there is a WT part. A little cog icon has been created for each of the corresponding CAD documents. So if we go to one of the information pages of the CAD items and we go to the common space view, we can then see in the related objects tab there is the corresponding WT part, and in this configuration it's been set up so the WT part has the same number and the same name as the CAD object. Okay, so we can go ahead and have a look at the WT part structure. We can see on its structure page that all of the children that were present in CAD will now be present in the WT part structure. And we can see here the owner related CAD object for each of the WT part objects, and I can see each of those by expanding the WT part there. So the whole purpose of the WT parts is that we can create a BOM structure that has additional items that may not be required in CAD. Okay, so if we worked bottom up, we've started with CAD, we've then created a WT part structure from that, but maybe we want to add something additional to it. So in this case we're looking at suspension fork assembly, so maybe we need to add some oil, some hydraulic oil. So we'll go back to the object, so we'll go right click, view the server properties, and we'll navigate again back to the structure, and then we'll add manually a new item into the BOM. So insert new, that checks out the WT, the top level of the WT part there, and then we can create a new object. So we've got auto numbering set up here, so we'll just call this fork oil, and we'll leave all of the attributes for now. We are not going to create a CAD document for this because it doesn't need a CAD document. The whole point is that the oil is a BOM part only, it's not a CAD part, it has no 3D or 2D representation. So we'll go ahead and hit finish, and there the fork oil has been added into the structure, and now we can go ahead and check in the top level. We'll put something in the comment, fork oil part added, and then OK. So now if we go back to our CAD assembly in Windchill, and you'll notice here that it is revision A.1. The part is at version A.2, and if we go ahead and revise the CAD object there, we can see that it automatically pulls in the part object to be revised at the same time. So in this case I'm going to say dependence none, because I don't want all of the child objects to also be revised, and then I'm going to click OK. And now we have revision B of the CAD and revision B of the part. So the part and the CAD object are linked together by owner association, and they can be revised and iterated at the same time or independently. So that's everything for today. Thank you very much for your time.